the one, the only, Ben Sion. Good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double. Today we're doing Maseches Shekalim. We're finishing the third parak and we're starting the fourth parak. Parak Gimel Mishnah Dalet. Torah Mes Harishona Umechape Bekat Balos. Right, we mentioned in the last Mishnah that the Trumas Halishka is done 3 times during the year, right before Pesach, right before Shavuos, and right before Sukkot. So 15 days before each of them. So the first time he goes in, he's throwing the lishka. After he finishes with the 3 boxes, 15 days before Pesach, he covers over the coins. And then, as we said, not everyone brought their coins before Aleph Nisan. Some they would come throughout the year because people were late or it took time to get to the Beis HaMikdash. So therefore, any new coins that came after Aleph Nisan would be put on top of this leather, and the second truma would be from these new coins, right? And Shnio Mechape B'Kat Balos. And then the second thing after Shavuos, right? More coins came after Shavuos. They would, after the second time he took from Shumas Alishka, they would cover it over with a leather cover. And the new coins that came in after Shavuos would be on top. So therefore, by the time Sukkot came, the third truma would be from those coins. Why? The third one, there was no reason to cover. There were no more trumas there. The reason they covered it over the first and second time is because we don't want him to take the second and third time from something which already took from. We want everyone in Klal Yisrael to be part of these karbanos. Like we said, the whole point of Machzis HaShekel is that everyone, really the karbanot tzibur, that's what the money is used for, should come from the tzibur, everyone in the congregation, everyone in Klal Yisrael, because really, since they're a korban tzibur, the whole tzibur has to be there technically, and standing with their korban, standing by their korban. The fact that people contribute financially exempts them from having to stand there. So that's why it has to be from everyone. This is another way of saying the same thing, that the first one, the Kohanim, when he takes the Truma, the first one he should have in mind the people of Eretz Yisrael. The second one he should have basically from the lands right around Eretz Yisrael. It says here Ammon and Moab, but also I guess, there's Jews living, I don't know, Jordan or something like that, or Egypt. So immediately surrounding Eretz Yisrael. And the rest is for all the rest of Chutz La'aretz, Bavel and Madai, all the different countries in the world, because they are Korbanot Tzibur. They are for all of Klal Yisrael, even though really only people in Eretz Yisrael are bringing Korbanos. But these Korbanos are for the whole of Klal Yisrael. And Klal Yisrael does not, there's the Klal Yisrael diaspora also. So therefore it's really brought for all of Klal Yisrael. We'll discuss more in Ian Mitzion exactly with the point of Machzis HaShekel, in light of the fact that not all the coins were taken. So not everyone was contributing to Machzis HaShekel. He only took 3 basketfuls at a time, and there were a lot more coins there. So not all the money was used for Trumas HaLishka. In fact, there's a whole discussion about Shairei HaLishka. What do you do with the extra money? So not all the money was used. So how technically is it possible that all of Klal Yisrael joined together and come on a Sibur if not their money? They're not there, and then not all their money was used. I'll try to answer that question. Ian Mitzion. Let's start Mishnah Perek Dalet. Alpha Truma Mahayu Osimba. What would they do with the Truma? They took the coins that he took from the Trumas HaLishka. Lokin Batzmidin Musafim in this game. The Korban Tovin, 2 Korban Tovins every day, and the Musaf on Rosh Chodesh and Shabbos, and the Yom Tov. You have different additional Korbanos. V'niskayim, also accompanying these Korbanos, you had wine libations. Omer Shtei Alechem Lecha Apanim, also the Korban Omer, the barley, grain on Tet Zayin Nisa, Shtei Alechem, the 2 loaves brought on Shavuos, the Lechem Apanim. Every Shabbos they have to bake new 12 loaves of bread. The Chol Korbanos Sibor, all the other Korbanos Sibor, which the Rabbi Bar Tanura says, talk about the Ketoras. Shomrei Svichem b'Shviyas Noten Schar Mishumas HaLishka. Now, during the 7th year, Shemitah, you're not allowed to grow crops. So how do you bring karbonos during the 7th year? You have to bring karbonos, like the Korban HaOmer, Shtei Alechem. Where do you have crops to take it from? So every year when you planted crops during the 6th year, not everything grows, and they have aftergrowth. Sometimes seeds will only go into the ground in the 7th year, extra seeds. but though there weren't that much of it, and anyone could take it. It's hefker. So they used to appoint people. The Beis Hamikdash used to appoint people to watch these aftergrowths, so that they should have what to bring for the Korban Omer, and for the Shtei Alechem. So they get paid. Not the Scharim and Trumas Halishka. They get paid by the Trumas Halishka because their payment, right, enabled you to bring Korbanos Sibor. So there was like money given for Korbanos Sibor. Rabbi Yossi Omer wrote some Misnadev Shomer China. Yossi says these people didn't necessarily get paid. If you wanted to, you could do it b'shomer chinam. You could do it for free. And right, so the problem with this Rabbi Yossi's chiddush, we'll see in a second. Amru lo, the Rabbanan said to Rabbi Yossi, Afata Omer she'enan boin el mishal tzibor. We have a problem with that because it has to come from the tzibor. And if these people watch it for free, that means it belongs to them. Because since they're watching it, they're probably going to do something. They'll make a kinyan on it. Even though the Gemara in Bava Metzia says habata is not called looking at something, gazing at something does not make a kinyan. But if you do a ma'isa, also Tosfos, I believe the last Tosfos in Masechus Bava Metzia, he says that if you do a ma'isa koldu, if you stare at it and you do something, and here they were doing something, they were probably marking off the place where they had to watch it, or so making marks in the ground. So that ma'isa koldu, it's kona. So according to the one, it's kona. So since I'm not paying to them, if I was paying them, so in turn of getting paid for it, they're doing their work for the Beis Hamikdash. They're not being kona. But if they're doing it for free, they're being kona for themselves. So how could you use what belongs to these yechidim, the shomer chinam, for the korban tzibur? It has to be for everybody. That's the Rabbanan's claim. According to Rabbi Yossi says no. He holds that this type of habata, staring at it, you even do a little maisa, small maisa, is not kona. It's not kona, and therefore it still belongs to the tzibur. And therefore you can use it for korban tzibur. It wouldn't be a problem. Hope you enjoyed tonight's share. Stay tuned for Ian Mitzion coming up next.